Hey everyone, welcome back to Supermarket Simulator. Cosmos is here now, actually, so he is hanging out on my bed at the moment. And so I'm taking the chance to record for a little bit. I went over and picked him up earlier because my dad is going out of town for a little bit to help my sister move for college. So he's here. He is. I've been working really hard to make my house more ready for him in terms of. Not that it's been unsafe, but there's still just been a lot of really chaotic boxes everywhere and all that. So he has more of a space where he can actually enjoy himself and not feel too overwhelmed by boxes everywhere. So that's really good. I need so many carrots because I'm completely out. Just get a bit of everything in terms of produce today. But yeah, I brought him home and now he's napping and just hanging out and enjoying himself. It's been kind of stressful for him because my sister's been moving and there have been boxes all over the house. And then she left recently, like this week. And he is kind of on edge about that, and then there's just a lot of stuff that's kind of been confusing him and overwhelming him a little bit. So he is hanging out on the bed snoring, and I think he feels better now. He likes being with me, and I think being away from all the boxes and all the things that are getting ready to move and being moved is more relaxing for him compared to having to witness all of the stuff being moved and or prepared to move. So yeah, he's just relaxing and unwinding. It's about almost 2 a.m. right now, so he's sleepy, and he was kind of running all over the house trying to get used to it again at first, but then now he's like, okay, this is my bed, this is familiar, I know this is fine, and just flopped. So he's being very cute. I also spent way too much money on everything today, but I spent very little yesterday, so I feel like I'm justified. Where are the carrots? There they are, because those are the ones that are completely out as of yesterday. So now, there we go. I will help them with some restocking really quick, and then I need to get them another rack sometime soon. But I will help with it first and then open the store in a little bit, just because I feel like they're a little behind on stuff. I'm also just gonna throw those there so that they can deal with those when they have the chance. I say as I'm trying to make less work for them, but I'm also not making less work for them. Okay, that one is empty. Also, I realized I did not actually come up with what my specific goals are for this recording, which I should probably do because that's been something I've been doing a lot recently. So the next license isn't too expensive compared to the size upgrade that I just got, but it will require a freezer and also more shelves and one spot for the fridge. Getting the next storage, I could also get hiring. I could get the customer helper, that's what they're called. Also, this says that helps them with self-checkout and scale issues. It's not issues, they just, no one knows how to use a scale. Or I could go for this license, which is more coffee, more cheese, more bottled water, more eggs, another kind of pasta, another kind of sugar, and another kind of tea, which is all stuff that I kind of have already. I don't have any freezer stuff yet, so that would be fun. That's also cheaper. Or I could go for this, which is more expensive and also includes sushi, which is very expensive, but also earns a lot. I have options. I think what I will say is my goal is I want to get one more license. I haven't decided which one yet. And I want to try and get some more flooring down. Those are my two goals. Oh, and I want to finish painting that wall once I have money, because that, I would rather it all be the same color. So those are the goals. The main ones is flooring, that wall, and a new license. These restockers are working so slow today. I think they're bringing stuff into the other room, but it just doesn't look like they're doing very much in here because they're not doing stuff in here. They're just putting stuff away. I see. Let's see if this... Okay, did we restock these? Yep. The racks are full in storage. I see. Okay, well then. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw things in storage. That's not what I meant to do, but that's okay actually, because if they work faster, that's convenient for me. We have all of that. Okay, throw that. So now the goal is to get racks empty in storage. What do you have? Shampoo. I have so much of this now. Is that actually a thing that exists somewhere? Bottled liquid milk that is not in any kind of refrigeration? Because I know, like, condensed milk is a thing, and powdered milk, and all that. But something like this, where it's just packaged like a 6-pack of soda. I've never seen it. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist somewhere, but that would be interesting. Okay. So, this guy cannot help with anything productive until there's another rack. Which means that my mission will be as soon as I get enough money, I have to get another rack in there. At least one, probably more. I have so many that I need to get if I want to get the, yeah, I know, that's what I'm doing. I have so many if I want to do the next restocker. I need a lot more racks. Is this guy working? He's getting more. Okay. I will move these because it seems like he's not actually doing anything until these are out of the store. This is probably the most time I've spent restocking things in the morning in a little while. But honestly, they kind of need the help right now. So I move way faster than them also. Okay, now you're both, the racks are full in storaging, I see. Well, hopefully people will come in and buy the things that you are complaining are filling the racks. And meanwhile, I will hang out with this salt. It fits perfectly right there. Also, the other thing I need to check. I'm standing on top of the check stand right now. Okay. Cereal. Cereal is the shelf thing. And the bagged potatoes. So cereal makes sense to put here. Potatoes, not as much. I mean, I guess some people might put, like, honey on potatoes. I don't know if that's likely. Maybe more if it was sweet potatoes, but that could be fun. Also, I really do like these floor tiles. I've been thinking about it. I still think it looks really weird when it goes from the wood to this, but I think once I have more of it, it will actually look very nice. And I'm excited for that. Who's gonna go to the scale? There have been several people in the produce. Aha. There we go. Get that. Okay. Are you working on productive things? Yes. You're not. You've just got things. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that that box was toilet paper and there was an empty spot and it wasn't doing anything with it. But it's very important that I get more racks before I get the next license because I definitely need more space to hold as much inventory as I can, because stuff gets bought really fast and I don't want to run out of anything. So this is definitely important. Okay, which means that I need to order those, which I will go deal with in a second. I just needed to make sure that I ordered them today before it gets late, and I don't know how chaotic the scale will be later in the evening, so that is done, and now I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I just need to get them in later, which is also probably good because then they'll get the stuff off the shelves. I also need to just double check that they are in fact actually doing things, because no, they're not. Okay. I'll deal with that later, but I just need them to work. Okay. Just get your stuff in where it needs to be, and put your other stuff on your shelf. And it's a good thing I checked on that. It's close enough to 9 that I think I can just leave this order. But I should double check. Yeah, I think I have time. Okay. I'll deal with that in a second. Also, I'm making a decision. I decided in the last video that I wasn't quite ready to get the customer helper person yet, because it just means more wages that I'm paying, and I've been keeping up with everything really well. But I think I'm getting to the point, not with being able to do scale and also online orders, because that's still fine, But I'm getting to the point where if I get any more licenses, I need to also be available to help with restocking, or else things are gonna get bought faster than they can be restocked with the amount of restockers that I currently have. So, for that reason, I think I need to invest in the new employee tomorrow, just so that I can make sure everything's on the shelf, especially if they are having situations where the racks are full, which should be fixed once I put the second one in, at least, if it isn't already now. But I think that's pretty important. Why did it not register the first one? So that is my plan now, in addition to the other things that I said. Also, because you can't look around while you're using the scale, it's hard to be able to know sort of what's going on everywhere else and sort of supervise stuff if I am the one doing the scale, because I'm just locked in this specific view. And I can tell if my janitor comes in and does stuff, and I can tell if I'm out of lemons, but other than that, I can't really do all that much in terms of overseeing this store that I own and run. There's so many people buying produce right now. I love it. Okay. Last person. Sure. I'm very out of it now. Hopefully no one wants it in their online orders. That is a lot of those. I don't have a light here, which is something that I need to work on. Wait a second. Okay. If I go through that shortcut, that probably makes the most sense for this particular route. Go enjoy. Okay, good. They're not asking for that candy that I just sold all of. Also, delivery is $25.86. Interesting. They could just walk a couple of minutes over to the store. Get some exercise for all the sugar that they're getting. Good job, restockers, actually restocking, even though there's still a giant pile. by the park. Almost just fell down the stairs. That's okay. Also, last night and today, I started streaming on Twitch again, which has been really fun. I did ending 5 of Strange Horticulture and also did some Stardew Valley, so that's been super fun and I really enjoyed it. I did Stardew with my friend. And it was fun. We got a lot of stuff done that we've been working on in that game, and I'm gonna try to have the Twitch VODs uploaded pretty soon, hopefully sometime in the next few days, because I have some other ones from like months ago when I was still getting ready to move and stuff and didn't have time to upload, so I need to get those done. And this new couple, but if you haven't checked out my Twitch channel and you enjoy live streams, I recommend you go check it out. It's been a lot of fun. It's been chaotic, and I'm hopefully gonna do some more types of games eventually. I've done only a couple different things there so far. I've done some Stardew Valley, some what was expensive? I don't know. I actually had income today, even after everything that I had to get. But yeah, I've been doing Strange Horticulture, Stardew Valley, Streamer Life Simulator, Emporia sometimes, Virtual Cottage. It's been a lot of fun. And eventually I'm going to try and also figure out my streaming schedule for YouTube again. It's been a little crazy with moving and internship and all that, so I need to still figure out what will actually work for me consistently. But hopefully I'll get the chance to do that at least a little bit. And so that is sort of how all of that is going. I need to get, let's see, this and this, which is expensive, but I think I don't need to buy quite as many things for restocking today. This I absolutely do. I'll come back to the produce because it is not quite as easy to tell. I have those, they're just not being restocked. Those I'm actually running out of. Should always buy more of that just for good measure because I go through it fast. I do have more of that. try to be at least a little bit responsible about not buying too much of stuff that I don't actually need. But also I need to make sure that I have enough that I'm not running out. I don't actually need that. Actually, I have way too much of that. Those I do need. Those I'm okay for now. This I have so much of now. Okay, and women's, I look like I have a lot, so I'm just gonna get a bit of each of the ones that are a little more sparse right now, because I want to make sure, even if there's more in the back, the produce is kind of hard to tell, so I want to make sure that I'm getting it all restocked really thoroughly at all times. And I'm throwing away a lot of boxes, which is a good sign, because then it means that hopefully they will have less to complain about their racks being full, because hopefully their racks won't get as full. And then the other thing is get my lovely new employee here. Hire. This person's daily wage is less than a restocker, so that's kind of nice. Hello. And now I need to find where the heck my paint is. Oh, those have already been. Oh well. I will help with this until I find my paint and floor stuff. Except that they've all already been dealt with. There we go. There we go. And this will go there for later. And then we need my lovely tiles. Okay, box is empty. That's why I have a second box. Because I guessed correctly. I know that tile isn't exactly visible under the produce, but if I ever move stuff around. Oh, apparently there's an achievement for replacing 30 floors, which I did. Also, I know I said I wanted to save money, but now I'm really excited and I actually want to get more of this flooring so that I can try and get as much done today as I can, and then I'll start saving money. That's not what I thought it was. Go away. go. I want it to look nice in here. I don't think it has any effect on my customers at all if it looks nice or not. But you know... Okay. I can magically lay tiles down under things that already are there. Okay. There. Did I get that one? Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is going really well. I like this flooring. I think I have more, but I need to find it. There it is. Okay. Oh, so close. Okay, I've just got that little corner. But look at this! This looks so nice if you ignore the corner over there. I like it. It's definitely really bright, but I kind of think that's what the store needed, because normally it's kind of dark when the lights are off. But this looks good. I'm just gonna go ahead and open the store, because I can, and why not? And they have so much rack space, which is great for them. And I will just hang out with rice, ready to throw it on the shelf, and supervising everyone. And while I'm doing that, I can double check how expensive are freezers. I want to get the nice freezer because these are boring freezers. This is... okay. Triple freezer. Is this the license that gets... no, it isn't. Okay, the next license is the one that gets bottled water, and when that happens, I'm probably going to switch around the bottled water situation. But for right now, I think this is fine. Buy mangoes. I need to get this box out of here, because the other people stole my box of rice. Okay. I have to think about the freezer situation, because the triple freezer is more spots per for the amount of money that it is. But also, I put things in more than one individual shelf spot. So I always put 2 spots of freezer in when I get that product, which means it would maybe look nicer to have it with the 2 freezer, but that's really not cost effective. Someone needs to buy mangoes. So that's kind of where my dilemma is right now, but I'll figure it out by the time I get that license, because I have to. But, I probably will go with the 3-part one, just because that is way more cost-effective. But also, yeah, I need to make all the space and everything too, so it's gonna be in the center probably, which means that I'll need to make sure that I have lots of walkways and everything ready for that. It's nicer than having the shelf in the middle of the floor though, because you can actually see around everything, which is definitely nice. No one is buying mangoes today. It's kind of convenient not having to check out everyone by myself and do all of the everything else that's going on. Speaking of all of the everything else. Okay. Easy. Okay. Oh, perfect. They're very close. You could easily walk over here and get it and save 1774. I say, but I am a hypocrite who also enjoys delivery when I don't feel like going into a public place. But not everyone in this game can possibly be autistic and have the same reasons for not wanting to go into public. Okay, there's a lot of orders now. Nope, wrong thing. This. Someone gonna come bring more of those, because I know I have those. Okay, that's them. Good. Wait, which name was that? That is Mila Ward. Okay. I know where that is. Pharmacy. I wonder if that's eventually going to be one of my suppliers. I didn't check if vitamins were part of one of the licenses that I'm eventually going to be able to have. I jumped over the car because I'm cool and skilled. Peter Fox is a character from a comic strip. That is legitimately a character from Foxtrot. And I don't know if this is a total coincidence or if this is a reference or an Easter egg, but that is hilarious. But it probably can't be the character from the comic strip because, number one, he would never buy bleach, and definitely not that much of it. And number two, he would have bought, like, the entire store, because in the comic he is a 16-year-old boy who is hungry all the time, and just so many of the strips are about him just eating everything. Like, there's one where he's telling his mom, we're out of this, and this, and this, and this, and then it zooms out, and she's like, could you at least wait until we're out of the grocery store parking lot, because he's already eaten all of them, just on the walk back to the car. So this is not accurate to that character, but that is very funny. This also looks nothing like him. I mean, maybe if he was, like, 30 years older than he is in the comic strip or something, but that is really, really funny. And now it's making me wonder if that is a conscious reference that the people who developed this did. How many other people's names in this are references that I just don't know about enough about whatever they're referencing to know that it's a reference? Okay. And I have 3,000 before even delivering this, so that is a good amount for today. Considering I started it spending everything on floor tiles. Oh wait, I have to close it. There we go. And my restockers are getting rid of boxes, which is great, because I need all the space on my racks that I possibly can get. I also need more lights in this area. Eventually. Either my restockers already refilled that, or I just have not sold any mangoes today. I like how noticeable the produce boxes are compared to the other things, and I've talked about that before, but I really appreciate that. It's nice. Also, the shape of these tomatoes reminds me of those tiny pumpkins that people use as, like, centerpieces and stuff during Halloween. So that's kind of fun. Fall is probably my favorite season. Either that or winter. I feel like I like fall because I like the weather that's usually happening during fall, and I like the leaves changing and everything. But I like winter more for like, what is happening at that time, because my birthday's in the winter, my dad's birthday's in the winter. We usually see relatives or other people in the winter, and it's just kind of fun and festive, and I really like getting people gifts, so I enjoy winter for that reason as well. Yay, nothing was expensive today. I did have negative income. Okay, the question is, I don't think I can afford that today with all of the stuff, because I don't have okay, let me see actually. 1 fridge, 3 freezer, 1 shelf, 2 shelf. I do have the fridge, I do have the shelves, it's just the freezer of this shelf as well. Ooh, okay. How stocked up is everything else? If I don't need to buy pretty much any other thing, maybe. The thing is, if I commit and buy, I think I need to buy the freezer today, and then I'll buy 2 of them so that I can put double stuff, which is about the same amount as that license would be. I'll also buy a spotlight for the place that I need it. And then that way I can actually buy some more produce. And then tomorrow, once I'm, or not necessarily produce, but more inventory. And then tomorrow, once I'm absolutely sure that I have everything that I need, I can then prepare my freezer empire. Oh wait, I already had this. I went through those fast. Have plenty of that. Have more of that. This I have. Okay. How about lemons? Looks like I do have more, they're just not stocked up yet. What about this? I can get more. Okay. Now grab more of those for good measure and order. And I still have a lot, and I'll put these in here just to show off, like, look what's coming soon. I'm getting freezer things soon. I need this out of my way, even though I'm the one who threw them all there. Okay. I'm gonna actually actually move these out a little more because I want to make sure that they have space to go around the back. Alright. And because I can, even though I'm supposed to be saving up money, but also because this corner is annoying me, I still start with almost $600, which is better than the last couple of days. So this is showing that my store is very much improving. Also, I have a theory, and this may be completely incorrect, but I think that hiring this guy is making me get more orders and get them earlier, because I think that I used to get them earlier and also a lot per day before I got produce. And then I got so busy with produce that I think it was giving me them later in the day. This may be completely incorrect. This may be complete coincidence. It probably is. But it seems like as soon as I started having this guy helping, these started to happen earlier on, and I got 3 of them yesterday. It's probably coincidence, but it is interesting. Wait, is this the right place? Hang on. No, it isn't. I'm going the complete opposite way that I should be going. Oh well, I have workers who can take care of stuff for me while I'm going all over the city. This is supposedly in New York based on the license plates of a lot of the cars. And I've been to New York once, New York City, and we did a lot of really cool things, but one of the things that we did was a tour of Ground Zero and certain memorials for 9/11, and our tour guide was really interesting, and he was telling us all of the sort of history of various things, including the memorials, but also just like the city and stuff. And I remember at one point we were walking And he said, and now we're going to be real New Yorkers. We are going to jaywalk. And then we all just walked across the street when it was empty, but it was technically a red light. And when I was just running around all over the streets, I was thinking about that. Because that was a really... He was such an interesting person. And it was really interesting to hear him talk about how the city changed before and after 9/11, because I feel like that's something that isn't talked about as much in that context. It's more just like, here's this event that happened. But it was really, really interesting to hear him talk about how apparently before that, people were very much more like, not rude, but just like to themselves and in a rush and focused on their own life and what they were doing. And then apparently 9/11 happened, and suddenly everyone became a lot more like a community and kind of friendlier, and they were like going out of their way to help not customers, but like people on the street who were lost, and going out of their way to just like greet people or like help people with directions. And we actually kind of saw that. Obviously we didn't see the before 9/11 to compare it, but we saw kind of that helpfulness thing, because we definitely did see sort of this stereotype, which I don't know if it's correct. My friend lives in New York City right now, but I've only been there the once, but that sort of thing about people rushing to get everywhere and kind of always in a hurry. But there was a time that we were trying to get somewhere, and this was with a class, and so my teacher kind of was at a corner looking at a map and kind of being like, okay, wait, so where do we go here? Which place? And there was a homeless person or unhoused person. I don't actually know which is more correct. I've heard that now unhoused is the preferred term, so I guess I'll go with that. But he was sitting on the corner, and this was in like the first weekend of February, so it was freezing. It was like 8 degrees outside the night we arrived, and it was like snowing pretty much the whole time we were there. But he was sitting on the street corner and overheard my teacher trying to figure out where we needed to go, and he just like stood up in his blanket and was like, let me see it. And he was like, oh yeah, you go here, and you turn, and you go right there. It's like right down the street around the corner, and then like in this place. And it was really, really cool to kind of have that, because then the next day when we had the tour where he was talking about it, we were like, yeah, we kind of saw that, and it was definitely... I'm out of apples. Wait a minute. Am I out of apples, or are people just not restocking apples? I am actually out of apples. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, that was a really, really interesting experience. And that whole trip was really interesting because it was, it was definitely like more of a sort of, I don't know if tour is the right word, but it was with a choir that I was in, so it was more like workshops and stuff, where we were kind of the ones touring to the workshops rather than like we did a lot of touristy stuff too, but I don't know how to word what I'm saying, but it was really, really cool because we got to experience all of these workshops that were really fun and go see theater and opera that was more like entertainment, and then we also got to do this 9/11 Ground Zero tour, which was definitely a lot more serious, but I found super fascinating. And it was interesting because the class split up into 2 sections, and we each went with a different tour guide. And so each section got to see a different memorial. Like, we all went to the main stuff at Ground Zero and looked at all that. That's not what I mean. And that was all really impactful, but then we also got to go see, my group got to go see this certain memorial that's inside a building. And I think it's called like the 11 Tears Memorial or something like that. And it's super cool to look at. It's really captivating, I guess might be the right word. But it's this building where there were 11 people who worked in that building, but on 9/11 they were actually in the Twin Towers for a meeting, and they did not survive. And so this is a memorial to them, but the architecture is so interesting because if you sit in the specific bench and look out the window of a specific window, it's empty sky, but we were told that that is where the room was in the tower where they were having their meeting. And so hearing about just all of the details that went into everything in that memorial were so cool. And it had their names around the edge, and it's got like a giant piece of like crystal or some sort of jagged stone hanging, and there's a pool beneath it with 11 sections. I'm pretty sure it's 11. And at randomly spaced intervals, a drop of water will fall into it, like tears, into each person's section, and it has their names around the edge, and it's very interesting. If anyone ever goes to New York and gets the chance to see it, it is a very, very cool memorial. Cool in like a it sucks that it had to be made memorial, but the story behind it and how much of a detailed plan and how meaningful all of it is and how it all fits together is a really interesting thing to learn about. And I don't know why this has this when it's something I only just got today. Okay. I need to buy double check if I'm really running out of anything else. I run out of cheese very fast, so I need to make sure. Cannot see these. Okay, I still have those. Oh, I'm completely out of these. Okay, well. Let me double check. I have to grab these really fast before they come and try to take them and put them away. Okay. Those go there. Fries. My new strategy, just stand on top of it if I can't find the thing that I want from the bottom. This is the new cereal. Okay. Also, these are honeybees and they go next to the honey, so it's perfect. They're also such a cute cereal. Okay. Next, we have this. What am I missing, though? The pizza, which is, I think, in one of these sort of flattish, yep, there we go. Okay, perfect, and that actually fills both of them. And then I need the giant potato bag, which will, I guess, go over here, even though it's not anything to do with cleaning solution. It is more related to these than it is to cereal. Also, is this out? It is. Okay. Let me just get whatever I can left of whatever is almost out. Okay. I will assist with this while they are a little overwhelmed with how much is here now. I also think I'm gonna move these slightly just so there is more walkway and so that I can actually see what's behind there. Get out of my freezer. Move. Okay. produce actually looks pretty stocked. Those are also stocked. Let's see, the issue is I'm gonna go through potatoes way too fast, so I'm gonna put them in 2 places, which I'm gonna regret later, but this is temporary. Good luck, customers who will probably get very confused. Okay, I think we have those. We should have those. Actually, I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm helping. Did we get this? Yes, we did. Getting it closer to their storage unit without actually taking it in. Also, are they consolidating boxes? Because they keep taking boxes out of storage and going directly to the trash. If they are consolidating, that is actually really cool, because I don't think they used to do that. I think it was just like 4 boxes, and one of them had like 3 things, and one of them had like 5, and one of them had like 2. Okay. Good thing eggs are not breakable, because I am flinging them. Okay. Good enough. I'm opening the store. And once I can, I need to buy more peanut butter. And then I also need to look up the next storage. Okay. Because that's important. I want to get the one where it has the door into the store open, because that would be fun. I also want more floor, because this is... It looks so nice over here. But then the other side is just still the... I didn't actually realize how bad that wood floor was until I changed it, because I feel like it's such a like rustic floor and it looks okay, but then if you compare it to this, where it looks like it's been cared for, this looks kind of like it was just the cheapest thing that could possibly be used to pave over the concrete in this shop foundation or something. And I think if it was like a nicely taken care of hardwood, it would look fine. And those are some of the options, but definitely I think this is a lot nicer looking. Being really judgmental about these floors. But I want my store to be nice. I'm investing my entire life into running this supermarket from early morning to late night. It should be something that I actually am satisfied with. And right now I'm not earning a ton of money compared to how much I'm putting into it, so once I'm done with those kinds of tedious upgrades, such as size and floors and stuff, then hopefully hopefully I will enjoy it. Getting more income at once, ideally. Also, I can just skip through the entire what's it called? The entire scale line, because I just know how much is how much weight magically. Also, apparently, according to the map, I think this is a shortcut, so I want to try it. Oh yeah, it is. That's fun. Here's the car that camouflages with the trash cans. Is this an entire store that's just about cheese? Cheese and peace. Interesting. Cash only. There's so many structures here that I've just never looked at very much. Social distancing. So this is post-COVID. Or maybe they were just always aware about not crowding other people and wanted everyone to be able to have space. Although I think the term social distancing is pretty COVID specific. Am I? Wait a minute. Hang on. We are not running out of coffee if I have anything to say about it. Okay. Ooh, they're buying new stuff. Don't mind me while I just stand all over these whatever they're called. Freezers is what they're called. Okay. Get more of those. Also, I should turn the light on. Also, where am I going? Crashing into everyone. Okay, so this is just right around the corner. But I still have to walk around the whole thing because I don't have a vehicle yet, but it's exercise. Oh, those are invisible because I don't have the license yet. That's kind of fun. I think I saw that the other day, but I forgot about it until now. I know where I'm going. Okay. Just grab. Okay, the checkouts are full. It's kind of a new-ish complaint compared to all the scale line is too long complaints. The butter is so cute. I love all of my new products. As always, I'm stuck in the door. Get out. Okay. These bottles have so much detail in the condensation. Oh, so close. This one. Oh, perfect. I love it. I don't think I have that much space for a new check stand yet either, so I need to, well, technically I could put one kind of in the middle, but there's so many things I need to do in this game. It's very fun, but I have so many decisions to make. So many priorities to prioritize. But in this video, I'm doing what I said I needed to do, and it's going really well. So that is what I have to deal with for today, which is my new license, which I have, more floor, which I have, and getting that guy, which I have. Although I could check out way faster than these people. But I also don't want to boost them just because they're being slow. Because then that will encourage more slowness. Because they'll decide if we get paid more to be fast when we're too slow. But this is also giving them all time to restock some stuff, which is nice. It looks so nice like this. I like the color of the walls. I like the floors with the walls. I like my freezers. All of this is great. 2 things were expensive, but everything was found, which matters more to me than the expensive thing. And I lost a ton of money, but I also did pay for a license, new inventory for that license, and new inventory for everything else. So I think that that was pretty successful. I still have this area, which is kind of annoying me because it's not done, but I'll get there. And I got a lot more of it, so this part looks great. I can't even imagine how much I'm going to need to pave over this whole thing by the time that it's fully upgraded in size, because I have never, in my own personal playing this game or in a video, actually upgraded it to the full, complete size. So I don't actually have any sense of how big that is. I'm hoping it's really big because I want to be able to really optimize space and stuff with my shelving and be able to have a ton of space to put everything and have a lot of everything on each shelf, which will give my restockers more time to not have things not found. That was a lot of double negatives. But I think that is definitely something I will get to eventually. I'm still pretty far from that point right now. I don't have even the slightest ability to get all of that quite yet, but hopefully I will get there eventually, which is the main point. It's still really satisfying though, and it's fun just watching the restockers being productive and not complaining about lack of racks, because I did get them so many racks. But I am going to leave this here. This was a little bit longer because I just really wanted to make sure that I got my quest done. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!